to use your laptop all throughout for the classes, for any other trainings. You're going to use your laptops only. How will you take the demos if you don't have a laptop? Isn't it? Screen is dead. Okay. Deadlines for mocks. Anindita, deadlines for mocks today. Today is the first deadline. Right in the beginning of the training session, if you ask me that what is the deadline of the mocks, I will be so concerned. The first mock deadline is today itself. I'm concerned. I'm really concerned. First mock, the deadline is today. Regular classes, I would request you to first focus on your mocks. Then we will learn about regular classes also. If we are in a session, how can we do? We are in a session, how can we do? What? I did not get the question. You can do must have done your, sorry. My point was, yesterday you all have got your training by yesterday, isn't it? Some of you had the morning batch, some of you had the afternoon, and some of you have got the evening batch. After that, you got the whole day. Now you still have, after this training, you still have 2 hours. One mock takes 1 hour. After this session also, you can complete your first mock. You will be having only 2 hours in that case. Okay. Yes, if you have completed mock 1, yes, you can move on to mock 2. Devoshmita, that I really don't know about that. Mock questions. What is the parent name? Bhavalkar, I think. I'm not sure. Anyways, so those things will be taken care of by the team. So what are the questions? I've only seen 1 or 2 questions at least, right? Okay. Today we are going to watch a grown-up demo observation. Our objectives will be very same like the senior demo observation. We are going to identify and analyze teachers' actions, which helps her to build relationship with the adult learner, right? Now, an adult learner demo has been divided into 5 different parts. Again, the first thing would be context setting, which will be a little different from the senior demo and the junior demo. Second is introduction to PS skills. Number 3 would be a game, that is unlock homes. Number 4 would be creating presentation. And 5th will be a final showcase. Now, in the context setting, what will be the thing that would be different from the usual demos? What do you think? What part would be different? Parents won't be there. Absolutely. The requirement for the parents will be not there. Correct? Because it is an adult learner, most of the times you will not have the requirement of the parents. So let's start watching the context setting. 1 second, let me share the sound. Yeah, okay. Not again.
Hi, Ishita. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you. I think we had spoken on phone also earlier, right? Like, I'm so glad that you could take out time for the session today.
Sure.
Priyas, I see you have joined from your phone. So before we begin, can I please request you to actually join from a laptop device?
Actually, my brother is using my laptop, so I don't have a laptop. We have only one laptop at home.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'll be able to join with mobile.
Got it. Is your brother attending any meeting or call from your laptop?
I'll have to check, but I don't think he'll be giving me laptop anytime soon.
Oh, okay. Would it be okay if you can just go and check? Actually, it would be so much better if we do the class on the laptop, because there would be a lot of slides that I would be showing you, and you'll have to read these slides aloud. We will be sort of preparing for a presentation. So, you know, there would be a lot of work involved. And overall also, you know, like all our classes would also be on a laptop. So you'll be able to experience it better. So don't worry, I'm waiting only. Maybe you can just go and check that, you know, whether your brother would be able to give you laptop right now or not. So yeah.
I'll just go and check, but I'm sure he won't like give it right away. It will
Okay.
take some time.
Oh,
I'll still
that's
go and check with him once.
sure. And don't worry, if we need to reschedule, we can reschedule also. Do not worry. But I would definitely would want you to join from a laptop. Don't worry, go
Okay.
take a minute, go and check. And like I'll wait for you, don't worry.
Sure. Just give me 1 second.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, you're back.
Hi,
Yes.
Ishita.
Yes, hi Priyas.
Yes. So sorry, but the fact is like I checked with my brother. He's not on the call or something, but the
Okay.
battery of the laptop is like so dead, and I
Okay.
don't have charging near me anyway. It's okay with phone. I am fine with the phone. Let's do it on the call itself.
Okay. So it's okay. You can also move to some other place. See, like again, I'll, you know, share that why am I asking? I know you would be like, why, you know, is Ishita asking you again and again to join from a laptop? But it would be just a better experience for you. And, you know, whenever we are going to, you know, check for any service or a product, you always want to see and get the best experience of the same, right? So I do not want that, you know, like due to just from being from a phone, that our experience should be hampered in any way. So if you could just like go to the other room where there is a charging point, do not worry, I'll wait for you. You can take easily 2 to 3 minutes, set up for yourself. I'm here only. Yeah.
Okay,
Can we
let
do
me
that?
sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you. It's okay. You can drop off from your phone and then join again.
Got it. Sure.
Thank you. All right. Priyas, are you there?
Yeah, I'm there. Just making.
Oh, okay. I could just see the virtual background. That's why. All right. Okay. Thank you so much. I know it might have been a bit of trouble, but I'm sure I can promise you that, you know, you would have a great experience also now. You'll be able to make the most of this session. Yeah.
Sure.
It just helps to be on the bigger screen. I can also see you properly. You'll be able to see the slides properly and, you know, read out properly. So yeah, great.
Good.
Thank you. Okay, so allow me to start sharing my screen. Are we all set up? All good? Have you connected your laptop with a charger?
Yes, I have like arranged somewhere.
Okay, amazing. Thank you. Great. Okay. So yeah, so this was something that we have already done, that, you know, we always want our learners to join from laptop because the demo's experience is best, you know, the experience is best from a laptop device. And yeah, I hope that, you know, you have a quiet environment around you, less no distraction, so that you can focus completely.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So yes, so welcome Priyas. Welcome officially to your first Planet Spark class about delivering a stellar presentation. Okay, so Priyas, what do you think a stellar presentation means?
I have no idea.
Okay. What do you think the word presentation is about? Like, have you heard about presentations or given any presentations in the past?
I have given presentations. I know about presentations.
Mhm.
Whenever you are willing to deliver an idea to someone in a much more graphical sense, or in a sense that everyone can understand easily, that is something that is a presentation.
Perfect. Absolutely correct, Priyas. And what do you think the word stellar means?
Well structured, maybe. I'm just venturing a guess. I don't know.
Okay, no worries. So yes, so it definitely means something that is really, really good, right? Like something that is amazing. So today, my promise to you is that towards the end of this class, you will be able to deliver a stellar presentation. That means a remarkably well structured and really good presentation on a topic that you will be choosing. Okay.
Got it.
So that's why we are here today. And let me quickly introduce myself. I know I have shared a bit about myself over the phone call, but let me just quickly introduce a bit more. So my name is Ishita, and I'm going to be your learning buddy. Okay, so we are going to, of course, like I'm your friend, a friend who is going to help you learn, or we together, both of us would be learning. And I've also transformed. Sorry, yes, Priyas, you were saying something?
I'm just saying, okay, I'm just nodding.
Okay. All right. And I have transformed around 20 individuals on Planet Spark platform alone into leaders by making them confident communicators. Other than that, I have also been an educator for around 7 years now. I have taught adults, I have taught students across a different contexts, helping them achieve their personal goals and everything. So yeah, I'm really looking
Got it.
forward to, yes, thank you. And I'm really looking forward to this experience with you. So now that you know a little bit about me, I would want you to also, share a bit about yourself. Right now, I do know that you are working at a company and you have a little bit of work experience, but it would be helpful if you can tell me a bit more. And can you see my screen?
I
Yeah,
can.
you can,
Yep.
right? There are some few sentences over here. You can also use these sentences to give your introduction.
Got it.
Please go ahead.
Cool. I'll start. So my name is Prayas Bhavalkar.
Mhm.
Currently, I'm working as a program associate at Growth School.
Okay.
It's a startup based out of Bangalore.
Mm-hmm.
We deal
Okay.
mostly in upskilling, like very similar what Planet Spark does,
Mm-hmm.
but we have like a technical sense to upskilling people into
Okay.
the growth or marketing or something like those verticals.
Okay.
I have around almost 2 rounds of experience,
Mm-hmm.
2 years of experience,
Okay.
and I wish to pursue my career forward as a growth leader in that where I'm contributing to the revenue growth or
Okay.
customer base growth of the company via be it like product led or marketing led. That is something that I wish to aspire to be.
Amazing.
Uh, in my free time, I like to I like cycling a lot. I listen to music. Uh, I play various instruments, so that is something I do. I
Wow.
like reading fictional books. So
Amazing.
that is something that I do in my free time.
Okay.
And being an engineer, I feel like I have a natural sense of problem solving, so that is something I do a lot. I play chess. I like solving puzzles and stuff. That is something I do.
Wow. Amazing. Amazing. Thank you so much, Priyas, for sharing all of that. So you're already working at your dream company. It looks like you're working at Growth School, and you said you want like something in your career that where you
Yeah,
can lead product overall and
right.
contribute to revenue growth. That's amazing. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
And you mentioned that you can solve a lot of puzzles.
I can. Yes,
Amazing. Have you like solved Rubik's Cube?
I do. I have around like 6 sets at my home, so I do that.
Oh wow, I love solving Rubik Cube, but unfortunately I've never been able to set any record. I always take my own time to solve the Rubik Cube and everything. So maybe something that I can learn from you about solving puzzles.
Sure, sure, sure.
Great. So Priyas, tell me what brings you here? Like what made you, like register for this class? Uh, what are you looking forward to that can help you achieve your career goal?
Got it. So for the like past few months or so, I have been going through lots of interviews, right? And given the fact that I am at a stage in my career where like getting to the right path is very necessary.
Mm-hmm.
And in that sense, I guess when you're able to communicate your craft very well to the interviewer, that helps a lot. So
Got
over
it.
my interviews, I've had some rejections as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I like when I introspected, I went through my recordings of the interviews. I saw that communication is a factor that I can much improve upon, so
Absolutely.
that I can like whatever I have done so far, whatever I aspire to be, whatever my skills is that is something that I present well to the communicate well to the interviewer.
Right.
So that is something that brings me to Planet Spark, the communication skill part.
Got it. Got it. Understood. So I totally agree to that. Like the moment we are able to communicate ourselves better in front of others, especially in these setups, interview setups, right? It's so important because you have just say sometimes 30 minutes of time or 45 minutes of
Right,
time. And we have to show to the other person, to the interviewer that, hey, we are worth or we can really do well at this role or in this job or something.
exactly.
So yeah, that's true. Amazing. Great. So I really like that, you are already aware of what you want to work on, what you need to work on. So that's great. So you are hoping that you're basically doing some interviews right now and you're switching your role, right? Is that?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Got it. Well, all the best for that. And I'm actually not hoping. I'm very sure that, these classes would help you bring you closer to your goal. Yeah.
Great, great. That's what I'm hoping as well.
Yes. Great. So let's move forward. So for this entire class, Riyaz, there are two norms that I would want you to keep in mind at all times. Okay. Can you please
Okay.
read out the first one on the left side?
Speak up, ask, share.
Yes. What do you think this means?
I need to speak a lot in these sessions. It's not just you telling things.
Correct. Absolutely. Yes. So I would want you to, speak up. This is not at all a teacher-led session, I would say. This is the place
Got it.
where we will be having a lot of interaction, right? Especially you mentioned
Hmm.
about interviews, and today in these times, interviews have also turned into conversation. Yeah, so
True.
I would want you to ask questions wherever you have not understood, or maybe you are just curious about learning something new, right? And also
Yeah.
share wherever you feel that you already know something. Please do go ahead and share. Okay, you can keep yourself off mute at all times. Only two of us are there in the class, so there's no need to even put yourself on mute. You can just share whenever an idea is coming to you. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And can
And
you
give me one quick second. I'll just adjust my laptop a bit.
okay, sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Should I begin?
Yeah. Yeah.
Should
Thank
I begin? Yeah, okay. Okay, so the second norm, could you please read as that as well?
you. High energy. Use hands, face, eyes, and voice at all times.
Correct. Yes. So I know it's quite late at night, and I'm sure like you're working, so you would have a hectic day as well. But
Mhm.
to make the best of this class, I would want you to be highly energetic, okay, at all times. And how we can do that is the more we use our hands, like, when I'm speaking, I'm using my hands to show some
Right.
gestures. Use your complete face. So give your expressions using your face, your eyes,
Got
and
it.
your active voice. Okay, that's how we'll be energetic today. Yeah. All
Yeah. I'll
right.
try my best.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. And another thing to remember, whenever you feel you have understood something, you can hear me properly, there will be some videos that we will be playing. Just give me a thumbs up. And if you feel you have not understood what I'm trying to say, you have a question or anything, you can show me a thumbs down. I'll understand it. Yeah. All right. Thank you. Oh, I like it. You've started following it right away. Great. Okay. So yes. So I was telling you in the beginning, right, that today I will be teaching you easiest way to deliver a convincing presentation. A presentation where, if you want to convince an audience to hear your idea, or to get to, or just, get excited about what you want to say, then that's what we'll be learning today. And in just 3 steps. Yeah. Are you excited to learn these 3
Sure.
steps? Okay,
Sure.
I can
That's the
see.
first.
Yes, I can see you smiling, and I feel like definitely we can go ahead then. So yes, so I think
Yeah.
we are not going.
Right. So this was the context setting. In the beginning, the setting of expectations, as usual, laptop and quiet environment. And then here you must have seen that the teacher was consistently saying, asking the learner to join from the laptop. Now, what did the teacher do? What, in case if you are the teacher, what would you do? In this case, where the laptop is not being used, the learner has joined from a mobile. What would you do in that case? Asks to join from a laptop, only asked to join from a laptop. We can try to reschedule. Insist to join. Okay. So insisting, where does it come from? How do you insist? She kept convincing again and again. Now, whenever we say no, she kept convincing, it draws a conclusion. This sentence itself, you have already drawn a conclusion that the teacher was trying to convince. Actually, what she did, you are not picking up the actions of the teacher. The first action, what the teacher did here is she explained the reasons why a laptop is required. And then again, when the learner said that I know I would not be able to join from a laptop, then in that case, she gave alternative options. Show the slides, it becomes easier. Would ask, okay. Yes, that is all correct. Yes, laptop experience is way better than a mobile phone. You can give these reasons. So in the first step that a teacher should be taking is she can give all these reasons that a laptop experience is far more better than a mobile phone. The screen visibility is better, connectivity is better, distractions are not there, and all the other reasons why laptop is a better device as compared to a mobile. And then you, in case if that also does not suffice, then in that case, you can also give an alternative option. Like in this case, the learner said that my laptop is not charged. She clearly gave an option that, okay, if you want me to do it some other time, or probably if you want to delay the demo, then we can do that as well. And most importantly, she gave time to the learner by reiterating that it's okay, no worries, take your time, making the learner comfortable. Yes, absolutely, Neha, that's correct. Lastly, if he does not have a laptop, I will continue with a mobile. Adult learner for presentation skills does not have a laptop, that will be very feeble scenario. You can tell him that presentation skills you're trying to learn, how is that possible without a laptop, isn't it? So yeah, of course, in extreme cases you can do that, but tell him that presentation skills is absolutely not possible without a laptop, isn't it? Adult learners, you will not find any without a laptop. Most of them, they have a laptop. If you would find adults without a laptop, they would be for basic English, not for presentation skills. They won't come for that, right? Okay, so I've already showed you these videos. So I'm just skipping these. We have almost covered the context setting part. So we have in the beginning, we have set expectations of laptop and quiet environment, not both the parents. Please don't read that. Second, welcoming the learner to the class and getting to know each other and sharing the norms. Now, one more question for all of you. What difference did you find in a senior demo as compared to an adult demo? What was the major difference apart from the parents are not required and all those things? Apart from that, what else is different? In the body language, okay, there was a difference in the body language. Yes, it was more composed, more, matching with the vibe of the learner. So it was calm, composed, and professional, you can say. Subtle, yes, including the tone of the voice. What else? Yes, the mannerisms were very poised. Profession. More details about work and profession. Exactly. So there were more targeted and productive questions being asked directly to the learner, which doesn't happen in a senior demo or a junior demo, isn't it? We don't ask targeted question like why Planet Spark, or what brings you here in Planet Spark. So what are you looking forward to, isn't it? What are your expectations? These kind of targeted questions can be only asked in an adult demo, right? Now, let's move on to introduction of PA skills. Very simple, very similar to what we did in the senior demo as well. Asking about his needs from the classes. It's absolutely. Yes, goal-oriented talks.
A presentation where, if you want to convince an audience to hear your idea, or to get to, or just, get excited about what you want to say, then that's what we'll be learning today. And in just 3 steps. Yeah, are you excited to learn these 3 steps? Okay, I
That's
can
the first.
Yes, I can see you smiling, and I feel like definitely we can go ahead then. So yes, so I think we are not going to have a monotonous class over here. Okay, we are going to do a lot of activities, and this is how all our classes are also designed. So let's start with the first activity. Okay, all right. So can you read out the name of this game or activity?
Let us play emotional request.
Emotional request, and there are some images on the right hand side. What do you think this game could be about?
Maybe understanding expressions.
Yes.
Finding clues through the expressions.
Okay, very close. Yes, so definitely it's about something to do with your expressions, what kind of faces do we make and everything. Let me give you further instructions.
Okay.
So I will be showing you certain sentence or a statement. Okay, and then there will be an emotion also listed there. You have to speak the sentence using that emotion. And while you do that, what are we going to do? Can you read the second instruction, please?
Use your hands, face, and voice to show that emotion. Got it.
Yeah, so you have to use your hands, your face, your voice to show that emotion. Okay. All right. Let me do one example. Okay, I'll share one example and then you can do the rest. So this is the statement, and I have to speak this in happy emotion. Okay. Statement is, I have been stuck in traffic for past 5 hours. Okay. All right, so I'll share first. I have been stuck in traffic for last 5 hours. Okay, so what do you think? Was I too happy about being stuck in traffic?
Yeah. It's like you love being stuck in traffic.
Exactly. So you see what we are doing here? We have to
Got it.
use
Yeah.
all of our face, our hands, our voice to express that emotion. Okay?
Got it.
Alright.
Got it.
So you ready for your sentence? Next
Yeah.
sentence?
Yeah.
Alright. Okay.
Okay.
Sad emotion.
Okay. Hooray! I finally got promoted in my job.
Well done. Nice. I could see you using your hand, covering your face, and just like lowering your voice, that grave, dull voice. Very nice. All right. Ready for more?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. I just love relaxing by the beach.
This was so much better than the previous one, Prayas. It's like, making that fist, clenching your jaw. That's really nice. Well done. Anyone would believe that, yes, you are so angry about just relaxing by the beach.
I actually hate beaches, so I guess that's
Oh,
natural.
so it was natural. Okay. Amazing. Okay, next one. Confused, emotion.
Okay.
Mhm.
I will definitely eat Chinese for dinner today.
Nice. And you saw what we did here, right? There's a definitely, but we are also confused. But I really liked how you
Yeah.
make that gesture and also make that sound of that adds on the effect, right? So very good. Well done, Prayas. That was definitely an emotional performance. Yeah. You were able to display different kinds of emotion, be it sad, or angry and the confused one. So well done.
Right. So this was
That
introduction to PS skills, which was very similar to what we did in the senior demo as well. So here, start the activity. Try to model out the first one for the learner, and the rest can be done by the learner so that he can understand what the activity is all about. And remember, I told you about the design principle. Every activity which we do at the in the demo should be debriefed. It should be followed by a debriefing as well. So after doing the game, after playing the game, you need to debrief as well.
emotion.
And
Okay.
also ask for the learner's opinion at the end.
From this activity, before I share, I would want you to share that, what stood out from this activity to you.
I guess, like given the fact that the statements were very like opposite from what the emotion was, so I guess like the fact like what we learn is like if it was a natural sentence, that is very natural, like comes naturally. What I guess I learned is like even whatever the sentence is, you can dwell it in a particular emotion that you do.
Exactly. And what do you think the person who's going to watch you, especially let's say the example of angry statement that you said, right? Like I love relaxing by the beat, the way you said it. The one listening to you, would that person focus on your words or more on your expression?
I guess more on expressions.
Yes, exactly, Priyas. Thank you so much for sharing that. And this is exactly what is today's Spark tip, Spark confidence tip. So the language that we are speaking, right? If you refer to this image over here, that's just the tip of it, right? Tip of the iceberg. But if we want to really convey our message to someone, in that case, what we need is our entire like verbal language as well as the non-verbal language, which is actually our body language, right?
Got
And what all did you use in your body language? You use your hands, your face, and even your eyes.
Eyes, right.
You also used your teeth, in fact. You were like sort of as if like you were pressing your
Clenching my teeth, right.
clenching your jaw, yeah. So yeah, that's how you just showed your body language. And yeah, that conveys your confidence, your belief in your point, and also adds depth to your message. Yeah.
Got it.
Now, a question for you. I know you have sort of shared a bit about this initially when you shared why you are here, but I would want to ask you in general, why do you think these skills or, that body language, confidence, using an effective voice are important skills to have or to learn?
I guess the fact is like in today's world, there's lots of competition. Only the technical skills or the work experience that you do is not like almost everyone has similar work experience, similar good education. That is very common nowadays. What sets you apart is how well is someone able to convince the person who is listening to you, or maybe make him understand that yes, you are something that is worth putting in.
Absolutely.
So that is something that brings confidence in your speech very important.
Perfect.
nowadays.
I see
What
that
is it?
many of you are not informed about the mocks. Okay. So here we started with the activity in the beginning. We played the game of emotional request and then we debriefed and asked for the learner's opinion. Asking for learner's opinion is very, very important so that we can check for the understanding and we can also make an idea whether the learner also understands the importance of the different pillars of public speaking, that is body language, thought structure, and etc. Right? Now, part 3, this is a game which is called Unlock Homes. Let's have a look.
Important skill to have or to learn.
I guess the fact is confidence in your.
Soft skills are something that we need from you. Okay, because this
Okay.
game also involves solving puzzles. So are you ready?
Sure, that's it.
Okay. Are you ready or excited ready?
I'm excited, ready?
Yes. So I want some more energy then in the room. Okay. Great.
Sure, yes.
Okay. So let me move forward. Okay. Now this game is called Unlock Holmes. Where do you think this game is coming from? Holmes.
Sherlock Holmes.
Sherlock Holmes. Correct. Who's a detective, right? So
Right.
you will now be also a detective. Can you wear your detective hat? Let's just make our detective hat. Come on.
Sure. Okay.
Thank you. Okay. So now you're wearing your detective hat. Okay. And what we have to do is, here are the instructions. Can you please read out the 2 points under instructions?
Okay. You will given a statement.
You will be given, sorry about that. You will be given a statement. Yeah.
Okay. Find the best proof to support the statement. Got it.
Yeah. So there would be one statement, and then I'll
Mhm.
give you 3 options as its
Mhm.
proof. And you have to find the best proof that supports that statement. All right.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's try. So yes. So the first statement is employees should get paid for sleeping in the office. So let me do this as an example for you. Okay.
Okay.
Of how I'm thinking, and then you can do the next one. So, okay,
Sure.
so saying that employees should get paid for sleeping in the office. Now the option 1 says, I want this policy because who doesn't like sleeping? Okay, not really a good proof. A good point, but not really a good proof. Then second option, I think sleeping should be encouraged since it helps people in dreaming, and a person who can dream big can achieve bigger heights. Okay,
That's okay.
let's see the third one.
I really like your prompts though.
Yeah, exactly. So yes, let's look at the third one.
Yeah.
According to a 2015 study in the Journal of Psychology and Psychiatry, sleep could directly impact the behavior of an individual, including memory, cognition, and performance. Okay, well, now that sounds something like a well-researched evidence. So what I will choose
Mhm.
the option 3. Do you agree with me or disagree with me?
I guess I agree with you. Yeah.
Yeah, and why do you
But like
think?
still what I feel is like that is a general sleep. Like it is something that is researched for sleep.
Mhm.
I don't know how that is related very well to why should you get paid for sleeping in the office. That is
Interesting.
something
Very
I'm
good
still
point.
not.
Good point, actually. So maybe if we could have added more details or some point around sleeping in office particularly,
Office.
that would have been a best proof
Yeah.
evidence.
Yeah.
Interesting. Thank you so much, Priyas, for that. Like, I think I can take that feedback and discuss it with my team as well. Thank you. But yeah, like I think among the 3 options, option 3 right now is the best suited. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's how we are going to play this game, right? So now I'm going to show you 2 sentences, and for each you'll be doing the same activity. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ready? Okay. Okay. So yes, we have done this one.
Okay. Anindita, that might not have been my training
I think
session.
among the
Actually, I don't know whether other trainers have mentioned this point or not because it is not a part of the slides that we are showing. The design principle at Planet Spark, I meant to say that the design principle of the demos that we take, the demos are designed in a certain way. So all the 3 demos by now, since you have already viewed some of the demos, now you will be able to understand that these demos are mostly activity based. That's the first design principle. Second, there is an absolute focus over the pillars of public speaking. And third, there is a structured approach towards learning a new content area. So in the junior section, we saw it was a story. And first we did the face and hand, and then we moved on to the voice modulation. First, we introduced it in the game. Then we did it in the story. So that was a practice. And then in the final showcase, the student had to do it on his own. So that was a structured approach. Similarly, in the senior demo, we had the approach of EPL approach. That was ethos, pathos, and logos. Similarly, here in the adult demo also, we will see that there is a structured approach. In case if you have given feedbacks for Pranamika, in that case also, you must have seen the introduction was also having a structured way of giving the introduction, isn't it? So that's basically the third design principle of the demos at PlanetSpark, and that is there is a structured approach towards learning a new content area. These are the three design principles. Remember, in case, and that would be good for you to remember, right? Okay. So this is the unlock homes game. Now here you must have seen there is a statement which is given, and you have to ask the learner to find out the correct evidence. Now you have to model out the first one, of course. Since you are the teacher, you have to first tell him what to do and how to do it. So that means you have to show it, right? Okay. So after the teacher has showed the first one, then she has to move to the second one. So that is why two videos divided. Now here, the purpose of this particular game is to make the learner understand that a statement is incomplete or it's just an opinion until and unless it's not supported by a factual and documented evidence. And here we are actually learning the one of the parts of his presentation, and that we will learn in the in the fourth part when we are drafting the speech or drafting the presentation. So this is the first one, and the second one is one more question is there.
Have added more details or some point around sleeping in office particularly, that would have been a best.
So one more question is there.
All right. So here is the statement for you, Priyas. Can you please read that out loud?
Okay. A 2-day work week should be made mandatory in corporates.
Yes. And yes, these are your three options. You can maybe take a minute.
Can I read this in my mind itself?
Sure, sure. Yes, please take a minute, read these, and then tell me which one do you think would be the best evidence.
I guess option 2 is the correct one.
Okay. And what makes you say that? Why do you think so?
It has some factual information. It seems like it's a research-based outcome.
Absolutely. You are absolutely correct, Priyas. Very good. So yes, you're definitely good at solving puzzles. You have unlocked homes. And yes, you're right. Why this is the best evidence? Because it has a factual evidence, right? Like 40% increase in productivity. And it's a well-researched point. They took a sample data from Microsoft Japan's offices, and that's when they did the entire study and then gave this factual evidence. Yeah. Great.
Yeah.
Okay. So I would want you to now, remember this activity. Because we'll be using this further when you'll be making your own presentation. Okay, so let's keep this activity in mind. But yes, I have to say that was really a rational performance. You helped me out in solving my first statement.
Right. So this was the first one. Sorry, the second one. Now, if you just look into the PPT that has been given to you, you would find there are three statements now. Three statements. One more statement has been added. And there are again three options. So you have two more questions to be given to the learner, and one you have to debrief on your own, right? So, you have to model it out on your own. And at the end, debrief the activity, tell the learner that this activity which we did just now is going to be used by us in our presentation. Now, moving on to the fourth part, that is creating presentation. Now, this is the longest part of the whole demo session. Let me make it a little more concise for you because it will be a long video. So most of the things you will tend to forget. So this creating presentation, the fourth part, has been divided into 4 videos. Now, similar since 4 videos, so 4 steps. So the first step is to introduce the parts of the presentation. What are the parts of the presentation? Introduction, body, and conclusion. These are the 3 parts of the presentation that we are going to introduce first. Now, since we want the learner to give there is a final showcase, the learner has to finally present his own topic. So instead of giving the topic later on, since there is a lot of information to be absorbed by the learner, so what we do is, so that the learner thinks in a particular direction, we first give the topic, the option of the topic. There are 2 options, work from office and work from home. We give the topic right in the first part. Okay, so first video is all about giving a topic to the learner. Let the learner choose a topic amongst the two topics which are given, and introduce the different parts of a presentation, that is introduction, body, and conclusion. Another 3 videos are about introduction, body, and conclusion, explained in details. Now, again, there is a structured approach, as I said. Now, when you are introducing the introduction, when you are building the introduction, actually, there is an activity, then there is a video. So first you play a game, you understand what are the different parts of introduction, that is hook, thesis statement. So hook statement and thesis statement, these are the 2 parts of introduction. So in the first game, there is an activity and you play with the learner so that you make it very clear to him that, okay, this is what we are going to do in our presentation also. Then we show a video just as we did in the senior demo. In the senior demo, we showed Ovia's speech, isn't it? So similarly, here we are going to show Madhavan's speech, R. Madhavan's speech. And then after that speech, we are going to ask some questions. And then finally, he will be creating his own introduction for his own topic, since we have given the topic right in the beginning. Similarly, now since two parts I've already discussed, just as introduction has been explained in the form of activity, video, and then the presentation. Similarly, the body will also be explained the same way. So there will be an activity, then a video, and then the presentation back. Conclusion also, same way. Okay. Now, let's think of it, how we are going to watch it. So the first video where we introduce the different parts of the presentation and we give the options of the topics. Okay. So here is the first video.
Okay. So I would want you to now, remember this activity because we'll be using this further when you'll be making your own presentation. Okay.
This is
Let's
the
leave this
debriefing.
activity.
Okay. So here, what the teacher says, remember this activity because we are going to do this activity in the presentation as well.
In my mind. But yes, I have to say that was really a rational performance. We'll be learning how to make deliver a convincing presentation just in 3 steps. Now, for that, of course, we need a topic, right? So these are the 2 topics in front of you. The left one says companies should go back to work from office, and the right one says work from home is the future of work. Which one would you want to choose?
I guess the first one, companies should go back to work from office.
First one, are you also working from office?
Yes, I.
Oh, that's why. Okay. So you would not want to continue to work from home?
I don't think so. It's like very boring at home.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. All right. Okay. Cool. So great. So you have chosen your topic. You are opting for companies should go back to work from office. Now, the 3 steps that I was talking about are that, first we build out the introduction of the presentation. Second, we work on the body of the presentation. And third, we work on the conclusion part. Yeah. So these are the 3 steps. And we are going to work on each step here for your topic, which is that companies should go back to work from office. All right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. So this is the first part. That is the
second.
Creating presentation, where we introduce the parts of the presentation and we give the topic to the learner. Next is the second part, the first part actually, where we describe in details and we build the introduction of the presentation. Let's have a look.
All right. Okay. Cool. So great. So you have chosen your topic. You are opting for companies who should go back to work from office. Now, the 3 steps proceed with our first step, that is introduction. Now, we are again, as I've already told you, there are tons of games that we have to play. Okay, so we are again going to learn about how to make a really good introduction using a fun game. Okay, so you'll be given a topic on the next slide, and I would want you to select the introduction that grabs your attention or hooks your attention. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so yeah, so can you read out the first sentence, please?
Communication skills are important to succeed in life.
And these are the 3 options. I would want you to read aloud all the 3 options, please. And then we'll think that which one is the best introduction, best hook for us.
You want me to read them aloud? Or can I read it in my mind?
Read them aloud, please. Yeah. Thank you.
So good morning, everyone. presentation on the topic importance of communication skills.
Yes.
Okay. Is there a secret weapon that top managers and entrepreneurs use to get ahead in business and in life? Yes, it is. And third one is communication is the ability to convey information to others in a clear and concise manner. Okay.
Yes.
I guess the second option grabs the most of my time.
Second one. And why is
Yeah.
that? Why do you think it will grab attention or, really make your audience interested?
I guess the first one is very like traditional approach to giving out an introduction,
Yes.
a very like plain introduction. Second one is something that is kind of a hook question.
That's true. Yes, that's absolutely correct, right? So let me just show you also. So yes, so can you see that hook symbol also above option 2, right? So that's
Right,
true,
right.
right? You rightly mentioned that, when we could just start with this question that is there a secret weapon that top leaders, managers, and entrepreneurs use to get ahead in business and in life? In that case, you're sort of like making your audience also excited that, oh, like what is the secret weapon that he's going to now talk about, right? And
Right.
that's where their interest would spike, they will just pique their curiosity. So yes, so that would be the best hook. And followed by that, there are 2 lines written below. Can you read those 2 lines as well?
Okay. So today I would like to present my views on why communication skills are important to succeed in life.
Exactly. And that's when you club that line, those 2 lines, that's when your
Mhm.
introduction is complete, right? Okay.
Got it.
So
Got it.
let's look at one more example.
Okay.
Personal
It's
brand.
personal branding is important for growth.
Yeah.
Do you want me to read out the options as well?
Okay, it's okay. This time you can read it in your own mind.
Okay. I guess option 1 is the most.
Okay, and why is that?
Starts with an example, so people connect more, I guess.
Yes, exactly. It starts with an example, right? People will be able to connect to Aman Gupta, especially after Shark Tank. I don't know if you've heard about Shark Tank or not.
I have.
You have, right? So after Shark Tank, Aman Gupta has become very popular. He's the board founder. So, just referring to someone who's already successful also helps. And taking
Right.
person's example and then coming to the point, right? And can you read out again the 2 lines, the bottom of the slide, please?
Okay. So I would like to present my view on why personal branding is important for growth.
Correct, right? So you're absolutely correct. The first one is the best hook amongst these all because it will be able to build a connect with the audience very quickly, right? Okay, so I think I'll skip the third one. So yes, very striking performance. I was also hooked to your performance. And what we did just now was understand that what are the parts of an introduction, right? So an introduction actually has 2 parts. Can you read out what are these 2 parts?
A hook and a thesis.
Correct, right? So a hook is something that grabs attention, right? Whereas what is a thesis? Can you read that out?
Statement that tells the main point of the presentation.
Exactly. Can you tell me what was the thesis statement that you saw in both those slides for personal branding? Yeah.
The 2 lines that we, I guess, read the last.
Absolutely right. So while say for the first one, communication skills are important to succeed in life, while option 2 was the hook, the 2 lines that followed it now shared the thesis, right? That we are going to talk about communication skills today. Yeah, in a very brief, crisp manner. So every introduction has 2 parts. Which are these 2 parts, Prayas? First one.
A hook and a thesis.
And thesis. Amazing. Okay, great. So I think we have understood this, have we? Yeah. All right. Okay. So now what we will be doing, we'll be also watching a video where R. Madhavan was giving a speech at Harvard Business School. Do you know who is R. Madhavan?
I know, yeah.
No, who is he?
He's an actor.
He's an actor. That's right. He's a fabulous actor, very experienced, a veteran, basically. And he was giving a speech at Harvard Business School about India at 2030. So while I'm going to say this speech, I would want you to, identify the hook and thesis from what he's saying. Yeah. All right. Okay. Let me know if you are able to hear the speech, the video. Okay. Due to the stress you. Oh, sorry. My bad. All right. Let me just share my screen again. Sorry about that.
First of all, thank you very much for having me here at the Inspire series. It's worked dramatically. I'm already inspired to be addressing this really august intellectual gathering of people from Harvard, a place that my mother thought I will never reach. But you know what? A lot of people have spoken before me and eloquently and described their dreams for India and given figures and facts that either are skeptical and, like Mr. Ober says, aspirational. But I'm just an actor. And I'm going to just give you my dream shamelessly, because that's the thing that I can do best. And by that I mean, when we talk of dreams, we have one of our greatest scientists and philanthropists, Dr. Abdul Kalam, and he said something which is very interesting. He said, dreams are not what you have when you sleep. The true dreams are the ones that don't let you sleep. He said that when you have that dream once, it's a dream. When you have it twice, it becomes a desire. And when you see it for the third time consecutively, it becomes a passion, an aim, and a goal. And that is the passion with which I want to see this fantasy that I have for India 2030. And Abraham Lincoln also was a dreamer. And, but he said.
All right. I think I'll pause here. Yes. So what do you think in his speech, which part was the, the hook and the thesis?
So I guess the hook part was when he, I guess there were two hooks in the video. First one was when he mentioned himself as an actor, and the first part when he addressed the school. The second one, I guess, was the reference of Dr. Abdul Kalam.
Correct.
And his statement that he used a lot about the dreams.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Let me go back to the slides and let's see if you've been able to mention it correctly. So yes, definitely the second part that you mentioned, right? Like, of course, the first part was also a part of introduction, but he was just like setting up the stage and everything.
Right.
But the moment he talks about, APJ Abdul Kalam's quote about dreams and that they don't let you sleep and everything, that was the hook he used, right?
Yeah.
And with that, what was the thesis?
That is the passion with which I want to see this fantasy that I have for India 2030.
Yes, and then he went on to share that why he was there in the first place, right?
Right.
He was there to share about his dream for India 2030. So he used a very famous quote by a famous personality and then followed it by a statement that showed that why he was there, right? So this was the introduction that R. Madhavan used. Yeah.
Right.
Now let's go back to our topic. Do you remember what was the topic that you have selected?
Yeah.
It
so
is?
Companies should go back to work from office.
Exactly. Yes. So well done on identifying the right hook and thesis. Now we are going back to our presentation topic, which is companies should go back to work from office. And yeah, so these are different hook statements. Okay. And of course, there's an option where you can also come up with your own hook. Yeah.
Okay.
So I would now want you to read out these hooks and see that which one would you want to use for your own introduction. Are you reading these?
I am.
On your own. Okay, got it. So.
I like the second hook the best, I guess.
Okay, the second one, the best one. Okay.
Yeah.
I remember. So can you read the second one aloud?
Yeah. I remember holding my head and looking at the screen with dry, irritated eyes. I was so done. I decided to start working from office.
To start working from office. Amazing. Great. Okay. And why did you choose this book?
I guess I relate to that hook a lot.
Okay.
I had been working from home for past few months and it is like just a disaster.
Yeah, that happens. And I think it's also very dramatic if you read it. It helps your audience, like it grabs their attention because there's some dramatic actions involved. Like remember holding my head and looking at the screen with dry, irritated eyes. So a bit of exaggeration that also helps in grabbing everyone's attention, right? And there's your thesis. Now, do you want to read out your hook and thesis together for your introduction?
Sure.
Okay.
So I remember holding my head and looking at the screen with dry, irritated eyes. I was so done. I decided to start working from office. Hello everyone. Today I would like to present my views on the topic why companies should go back to work from office.
Amazing, amazing. I could see you also remembering something that we learned in our first game and using your voice and pausing at the right places. That was really nice. Great. Okay. So let's move ahead. So your introduction, I'm sure, would definitely hook your manager also.
Right. So this was building introduction. As I said, first you do the activity, then you show R. Madhavan's speech, and then the presentation. That's the approach. Again, building the body will have the same approach. First, there will be an activity. Now, here in the body, body consists of two parts, that is argument and evidence. Now, argument and evidence we have already done in that game, isn't it? Unlock Holmes. It was actually an argument which was given and we had to find out the correct evidence. So the activity is already done. We will quickly go to the video and then the presentation. So let's have a look.
Sure.
Okay.
Argument and evidence.
Argument and evidence. I'm sure would definitely hook your manager also if you're presenting in front of your manager. Now let's come to the second part, which is the body. Okay. Now a body has two parts. Which are these two parts, Prayas? Can you please read these out?
Argument and evidence.
Argument and evidence, right? Do you remember the second game that we played? Unlock
Yeah.
Holmes? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. So the first piece over there in Unlock Holmes also where, you were reading a sentence out loud. That was the argument. Can you tell me what is an argument? It's written right over here.
Statement that establishes a point of view or a claim.
Right. Like your claim or what is the statement that you want to convey or you want people to get convinced on. And with an argument, we have to always give it evidence, right? Which you were also trying to identify in the Unlock Holmes game. Yeah. So
Right.
you provide a proof. Right.
Yep.
So yes, so we have already solved two cases. So let's just look at once again at one of these, right? So remember this line, the argument that we had read, employees should get paid for sleeping. And for that, we had chosen the third evidence. Yeah.
Right.
And why, can you just, I know you already know this, but just to remember and revise, why did we choose the third one as the evidence?
Seemed like researched and had some factual information involved.
Absolutely, right? So evidence has to be something that is researched point, a factual data, documented information. Then only we will be able to support our argument, right?
Right.
Great. So again, we are going to go back to our speech. There, R. Madhavan is giving the same speech. And here I would want you to continue to identify argument and evidence. There may be one argument or more than one. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Let me then go to his speech.
That I have dreamt for my nation. He said, if I have 6 hours to cut down a tree, then I will spend the first 4 hours sharpening the axe. There's a great philosophy in that. In this era of instant gratification, we just keep thinking we can achieve all these goals by just tweaking this, tweaking that. It's not true. I really believe that, that a missionary zeal is required to make that quantum change. That can make 2030 what I'm dreaming about right now. And just let's look at India as a country. What a unique nation, seriously. Thousands of years old of culture and tradition, many invasions, being ruled for many years, and we still somehow managed to maintain our identity. We still somehow have managed to maintain our Indianness, our beliefs, our faith. And, yeah, there has been, we have our drawbacks. There is corruption, there is violence, there is differences between the different religions and sects and castes and everything. But I can't help but think, looking at India, at the geography, that we're not doing really that bad. Look at all the other nations around in the world. Look at our neighbors. Compared to that, there is somebody in India who's doing something right for us to be called a growing economy and being projected as the third largest economy in 2026 and the most educated and young nation in the world. And it's still functional democracy. So let's first accept the fact that there is somebody, some people in India with the right ideas and the ability to lead the nation to where we are today.
Okay, all right. Yeah. So yes, so do you think you were able to identify the arguments and the evidences from here?
I guess I was.
Okay.
One of the arguments that I identify was when he talks about India as a growing economy, and the evidence being the census data that he talked about, that we are world's third largest growing economy,
Absolutely.
and we have leaders and stuff like that.
All right, very good, Prayas. Very good observation skills, I must say. And was there any other argument as well?
In the start of the in the speech, he also mentioned about diversity a lot. So there's diversity in religion, dialect, sex, different things, and still there is a unifiedness or Indianness that he says within us. That is something.
And he also gives the evidence for that. Can you recall what was the evidence?
I don't recall.
No? Okay, no worries. Let's have a look. So you're absolutely right for the first one. You have identified one of the argument really well, where he talks about, look at our neighbors and compared to them, there is somebody in India who is doing something right for us to be called a growing economy. And then he shares the evidence, what you rightly mentioned, Priyas, that it is projected as the third largest economy in 2026, right?
Right.
On the right-hand side, you will see actually the second argument that he makes. Of course, there is no factual, like a number or a figure over here, but he does give an evidence to this also. So rightly, you were mentioned that, he talks about India being a diverse country and with a lot of things. And then he also says that, we are also capable of finding very unique solutions to the problems that generally the world faces. And then he says, we found freedom through non-cooperation, non-violence, and talks about, how Mahatma Gandhi led the entire freedom movement. Yeah. So this is the second argument and evidence that we could find. Yeah. So can you see that how, each and every argument that he was sharing was supported with an evidence?
Evidence, right.
Yeah. Now, what do you think we'll be doing now?
I guess we'll go back to our example and put the same thing.
Exactly, you got it now. Yeah. And so amazing mindful performance, Priyas, on identifying the argument and evidence. And we go back to our topic, which is companies should go back to working from office. So here are a few ideas for you.
I'm so sorry.
Hello. Can you hear me now?
I can, yes.
Yeah, all right. Okay. So yeah, so I was saying that there are a few examples here that you can refer to, but what I would want you to do is come up with your argument and a supporting evidence. And you can take help from the above two statements given here.
Okay. I'll just give it a read and I'll...
Sorry, say that again, please.
I'll just give it a read and then I'll...
Sure. Yes, please do. Please go ahead.
Okay, cool. Let's do it.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yes. So what would be your argument and evidence?
My argument would be work from office helps people to be more productive, deliver their 100% and meet deadlines in an efficient way.
Okay.
And according to a study or a survey by the HRs of Society of HRs, about 60% of professionals were reported that employees are more productive when working in the office.
All right, interesting. I see how you've added your own points also, that being productive, meeting deadlines at work and everything, and then you gave your evidence as well. Very good. Okay, will you be able to remember these points? Because towards the end, I'm going to ask you to give an entire presentation. Do you want to quickly jot these down?
I will.
Yeah.
Okay. This is building of the body.
Your own points also.
So here we have built the body, again, the activity, mention of the activity, then the video of Madhavan and the presentation part. This is the third part and this is the conclusion.
According to a study, I will.
Yeah, okay. You can take 30 seconds to quickly write it down, even if, some keywords that you would want to write.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. All right. Okay, so can we move ahead?
Yes.
Okay, great. So yes, so we have built our body as well now. It's well built. Yeah, let's move forward. So yes, so we have to remember that, any time that we want to convince someone and while we are writing a body, we have to give an argument and a supporting evidence. Yeah.
Got it.
Okay, now comes the last part, which is the third part, Priyas?
The conclusion.
The conclusion, correct. And can you see the two parts of conclusion also here?
Yeah, summary and plea.
Summary and plea, correct. Now let's play one last activity before we go to our final presentation, or we'll be also watching our Madhavan speech again. But before that, one small activity for you, okay? So for that summary, what is it? It's about condensing the main points from a text to a shorter form, being more brief, right? And a plea is what is a plea, Priyas? Can you read that, please?
It's a formal request or appeal that is made to someone.
Correct. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So now this game is called Coin Size. What do you think this is coming from? Which word are we trying to say here? Is it really Concise, absolutely right. So you will be given a paragraph on positive thinking, and
Okay.
you can take a minute and you have to summarize the paragraph in your own words. Okay.
Got it. Got it.
So this is the paragraph here.
Okay. Do I need to read this aloud or can I read it in my mind?
It's okay. You can, whatever works for you best. Don't worry.
Okay.
All right. So how would you want to summarize this?
Uh,
Please go ahead.
good. So the paragraph talks about, sorry, I'll just go to the summary.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So when we focus on the positive things in our life, we take a positive outlook.
Okay.
It aids our, it has mental health benefit. It has reduced stress, improves immune system, and life satisfaction. And this has been proven time after time. So that isn't.
Okay. Okay. Nice attempt. Nice attempt, Riyaz. Thank you so much for sharing that. Now, would you want to see how we have also tried to summarize it?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So this was the first one. Do you think this
Mhm.
is a good one?
I guess too long.
Too long, lengthy, right? Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's look at the second one. Very similar to, I think, what you also mentioned.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to show you the third one. What about this one?
Very concise, very short. Yeah.
Very concise, short, right? So we
Mhm.
just clubbed all the benefits of positive thinking, and we are saying that positive thinking has numerous benefits, including
Right.
increased chances of success and improved physical and mental health. Right. So rather than
Right.
mention about all the points, because all the points have been discussed, so we just
Mhm.
summarized it in few lines. Yeah.
Got it. Yeah.
Yeah. So can you see where you could have also improved in your summarization?
I have. Yes.
All right. Okay. So now again, we go back to the speech, and I would want you to identify the summary in his speech. So, yeah.
Got it. Yeah.
A second. Allow me a second, please. Just
Yeah.
all right. Are we ready to watch the video?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
I dream of a 2030 where students the world over will dream of a blue card, will dream of having once actually come to India and study and imbibe the knowledge that we have as a nation. It used to be true. We were the first university in the world. Nalanda was a university where people came in from far and wide. So it's not a pipe dream. It's a practical dream that I have, and I think that's easily attainable. And finally, before I wind up, I think I dream of a 2030 where we have a meritocratic electoral base which selects its leaders and whose leaders believe that it is more important to serve with a missionary zeal.
All right. I think that would be it. Okay. And yes, so I would want you to now tell me what part of it was the summary. Okay. Okay. So what was it?
So I guess he talks of, like he summarizes in a way where he emphasizes on the rural India part. He talks about how rural India should be also as developed and as aspiring as the rest of the world or rest of the country.
Perfect. And was there any plea that he was making?
No, I don't think so. He didn't plead anything.
Yes, that's absolutely right. Again, very good observation skills, Prayas. So this part, which is written on the left-hand side, is the summary, where he talks about, as you rightly identified. So I dream of a 2030 where rural India is as developed as the rest of the world, is as aspirational as the rest of the India, and so on. Yeah. So he's
Got it.
summarizing his dream in a really articulate, simpler manner.
Right.
Yeah. And yes, you were right. There was no plea made. So not every presentation may have a plea. But yes, when we are trying to convince someone on a topic, then we need to make a plea towards the end, right? Like a request.
Right.
So yes. And now comes your own presentation, accurate observation, as I already mentioned. So going back to your topic, Prayas, about companies should go back to work from office. What would you want your summary and plea to be? And you can use these sentences to frame your complete summary and plea. Yeah.
Okay.
You can take a minute or so, don't worry.
Yeah.
Okay, ready?
Sure.
Go ahead.
I would like to point out that work from office leads to increased productivity, better physical and mental health,
Okay.
and a healthy lifestyle. I
Mhm.
would hence request all companies to make some amendments in their policy and switch to a work from office role, which has been the case for so many times.
Amazing, amazing. Great. Thank you so much, Priyas. I hope you remember your words again, especially for summary you made.
So
I would hence
the last part of your presentation, and this is the conclusion, right? Okay. Now comes the final showcase. Now in the final showcase, very obvious, the whole thing should be added up together, and you have to give it together, right? So the learner has to be given this has to be instructed to give the speech all together, like the introduction, body, conclusion, everything in one place, right?
Ready?
sure.
Yeah.
In their policy.
Interesting hook that can grab someone's attention, and a thesis, then a
Mhm.
body with good argument and supporting evidence, and finally a conclusion that will summarize your points so that everyone can understand the gist of it, and then also making a request, a plea. Yeah.
Yeah.
So are you ready to give your presentation, combine all the pieces of your presentation, and be also able to deliver it now?
Sure. Yes.
Yes. Okay. I love the energy. So final showdown now, Priyas. Remember, we have spoken about using our hands,
Mhm.
our face, eyes, and voice, right?
Yeah.
So I want you to remember that.
Yeah.
All right. So here are these slides that may help you as well. So you can refer. Do you remember which hook you chose?
I remember holding my head. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. All right. Okay. All the best, Priyas. All the very best.
Yeah. Thank
Do
you.
you need a minute to be ready?
Yeah, I'll just take like 5-10 seconds to just go through it all.
Sure, sure.
Cool. Next.
All right. Okay, I'm very excited. So yes, so imagine you're convincing me to allow work from office. Okay. Yeah, go ahead. Okay, all the best.
Thank you. I remember holding my head and looking at the screen with so many irritated eyes. And I said to myself, I was done. I decided to start working from office now. Hello, everyone. Today, I would like to present my view on the topic why companies should go back to work from office. Work from office helps a lot when it makes us our lifestyle better. It improves our physical and mental health and also increases productivity. This has been researched well, and also according to a study taken by HR reps, it was found out that 60% of the employees found that their productivity was much more increased while working from office. At the finally, I would like to point out that work from office leads to increased productivity, better physical and mental health, and improved lifestyle. And I would hence request all the companies to make small amendments to their policy and switch to a completely work from office, as it was the case 2 or 3 years back.
Amazing.
Right. So this is the
Work
final
from office.
showdown where the learner presents the topic. Here you have to give clear instruction to the learner that what you have to do, how you have to give the whole speech or the presentation. Now, the most of the things are done in the PPT, as you must have seen. The introduction is already given, the body is already given, and the conclusion is also given. The hints are all given. He just has to do it on himself, right? And he just has to add up the evidences and all those things. Now, this is the final showdown. And after final showdown, you need to, after already the learner has already presented his speech, now you have to give it your opinion about it or your feedback. So here it is always suggested to ask for the learner's feedback first, that what did he find well, or he did do well in his presentation, and then you may give your feedback as well. So let's have a look.
And also, according to a study taken by
On the spot, adding some more points. that were not there earlier in the slides. I really liked how you also customized your presentation. Amazing. Great. Congratulations. And
you.
towards the end, is it okay if I give you quick feedback on your presentation?
Sure, of course, I'd
Or
love
maybe actually, why don't you share? What do you think you did really well in your presentation?
to. I could have worked better on the fluency part, I guess.
Okay.
I broke down in bits and pieces.
Mm-hmm.
I did well on the hook statement. The hook statement was really good. I was able to remember the entire study part that was there.
Yeah.
So that is something that I think I did well.
I agree. I think you identified a really good hook, and I think you were also able to, say the argument and
Mhm.
add on your points and give a very good evidence and then summarize it pretty well. So I really liked how you were able to put in your content. That shows your critical thinking skills as well. I think in terms of delivering, I felt like I do agree with your observation, and again, I think you're very self-aware also that you could have been definitely more fluent. And I saw you started using your hand gesture, like I was holding my head. That was really nice. But I felt like while you were sharing more, it sort of like like you
Flew
didn't
away.
continue to use it.
Right.
So I think in general, whenever we are giving presentation, it always helps to use some gestures, give more expression. So that is something that we can work on. Yeah.
But this was the final showdown. And now you can give your, so since you have already given your feedback, now you can ask for the 3 key takeaways from the class as well. So remember the 5 different portions or 5 different section of an adult demo would be context setting, introduction to PA skills, game of unlock homes where you have to find out the correct evidence, and creating presentation, which is divided into 3 parts, right? And final showcase where the learner presents on the topic. You share the feedback. It's always suggested to ask for the learner's feedback first, and then you can ask for the 3 key takeaways from the session. So that's the end of adult demo session. Now you are going to have your query session at 5:30. In case if you have a question, queries related to your dashboard or your training or any other queries related to your mocks probably, so you can join 5:30 p.m. Session. Otherwise, I would request you to focus on your mocks. That would be better. And in case if you had any questions in the adult adult demo training, you can ask me. I'm here for another 8 minutes. So I think I already mentioned about the design principle, and I also mentioned about the different segments, and of course the body language voice modulation will be a little different in the adult demo session. Mostly you will see in an adult demo session you have to match up with the vibe of the learner as well. I have to find out what is he an extrovert or he is an introvert, or does he like speaking a lot, does he like expressing a lot, or maybe not. Yes. Urvashi, yes.
Hi, Preeti.
Hi.
I just want, I had asked you one thing yesterday, so you had told me that you will get back with the answer. I had missed my day one class.
Yes.
I told you. So it will impact my marks or
What as far as what I have discussed with the training team, I think you can give your mocks as of now. But in case if there is any other information, further information, they will be informing you. They will be getting in touch with you. You and one more, I think it was Milal and Monica. There were 2 more who had missed one of the sessions. Now, these 4 days of mandatory training program was mandatory, of course. So in case if you have missed out on any one of them, it has to be like taken up with the training team. I really can't do much about it, but I would suggest go ahead with your mocks. We'll see what to be done.
okay. I've already done my day one mock.
That's absolutely fine. Continue with your mocks.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. Okay, Abhijit, right? Abhijit Ganguly. Yes, Abhijit.
Yeah, I didn't have a space to show my hand. Now I see it's showing up.
That's absolutely.
Sorry for showing up late in the meet because I had a Windows update at 3:25 and 3:30 meeting start and the doors were shut. It never happened in the last 4 days, but anyway, it's unfortunate. But thanks for letting me in.
I answered you in the chat also that the doors are never shut. Usually we keep the waiting room open. We disable the waiting room. If I enable the waiting room, you would have stayed in the waiting room itself. You joined, that means when you got the network, you joined.
Yeah, I got the network. I was waiting for 10 minutes. Actually, I called a lot of people.
So there were no doors shut.
So anyway, my main question. I finished my mock 1. Okay. Today at around 12 o'clock, 12:30, I finished my mock 1 for the seniors. I am keenly interested for the senior group because I have had about 5.5 years experience with seniors globally. Not just for English public speaking, but also for IELTS, CELPIP, PTE, and related stuff and all that. So we have a script for introducing ourselves for the telephonic round. When the allotment comes to me and I am going to introduce myself and set up a mock date for slot confirmation. Now, is the slot confirmation call in the same format that we follow for the seniors? Or I was looking for the slot confirmation call script.
The slot confirmation script is made for a senior student only if you have marked it. So if you find it, it is actually made for a senior student only. Are you talking about the adult? So adult is not equivalent to senior. Senior is very different from adult. The terminology is very different. So senior means the senior student from class 4 to class 10th, or maybe 11th and 12th as well. But the grown-up section which you are talking about, of course, the questions, the context would be the same. I don't know what the trainer has asked you to do, but in my training session, I was very clear about this, that the script has, it's not necessary to follow each and every word of the script. You need to follow the context of the script. That means you need to introduce yourself, know about the parents' expectations. Now, since it's an adult learner, you don't have a parent, you need to know the expectations of the learner. What is he looking forward to? And then questions about the child, in this case, in an adult learner, the questions will be more targeted and it will be about his profession, what does he likes doing, and what is he looking forward to. So these questions would be like asked to the adult learner.
More relevant.
Yes, setting expectations.
So we need to tweak the script in such a way that we keep the structure more or less the same to keep it within 3-4 minutes, 5 minutes.
I have also been into this this whole industry for the past 20 years. I would like to tell you one thing, that here we are not talking about a design script which we usually do at call centers, like hello, may I know your first and last name, please? This is, thank you for calling HP. May I know your first and last name, please? So this is not a scripted thing that we do. It's basically a conversation, a very warm and friendly conversation between the parent and the teacher. So the conversation might go here and there from the script. So that's the reason why we do not follow the script, but the context has to be followed. The 4 steps.
That's what I was meaning. But I understand even in the call center, we don't follow, we never followed any script, or people don't follow any script. It's just structure. So we can forego that structure, that what are you looking for your child, future, and blah, blah, blah. So here I'm going to reconstruct and tweak it in such a way that the adult is the decision maker of himself or herself. And also to ask that what is his take or his intention of coming into this public speaking, and what he or herself feel that why is it important for public speaking, etc. And straight away come to the point where he or she is available on that particular slot for the demo. That's very important, because when he's there.
That's the first thing that you ask. Availability of the slot, you ask for the first, like that's the first thing that we ask.
Correct.
After that, we try to know more about the learner and then set the expectation.
All right, great. So once we get a buy-in, once we get a yes, so we'll go ahead with the slot.
Exactly, yes.
Okay. Yeah. Great. Thanks.
Thank you, Abhijit.
You're welcome.
Mock 1 and Mock 3 are of the same category. Questions will be different. Yes, Maisha, that's correct. For basic English, adult learners, the demo is the same. No, no, no. Basic English for the adults who are looking for basic English, they wouldn't even understand what is thesis statement, hook statement, and they are looking for basic English. That means the grammatical portions, sorry, the pronunciations and, the framing of the sentences, the very basic part. Okay. It's just like a very, you are treating a junior child. It's very similar to that. But yes, the PPT is different. I think you all must have done the feedback for Pranamika on day 3, right? It's a learner for basic English. So if you get a chance to watch that PPT, please go to that slide number. I think in my training session, I had given you the slide number also. I think it is 59, 61, and 63. So in case if you want to watch that whole video, you can go to your PPT and the whole video will be available to you. In case if you want to know how an adult learner basic English is being done. Okay. Paramdeep, you can unmute yourself if you have a question.
I just wanted to know for the senior mock, like we only need to open one single PPT, right? That's there. Apart from that, nothing else would be opened.
Sorry, I did not get you.
Apart from that, nothing else would be open, right?
No. Apart from that, nothing.
So when we are telling the student about this SparkX that he needs to submit the video at that particular point of time, we are just mocking that. We are not actually opening the SparkX and telling that we are.
Yeah, you are just pretending to ask them that you have to open your SparkX and now you have to give your SparkX. Yes.
So only the mock test video. I mean the mock test below, and another is the PPT. That's
Demo,
it.
yes.
Nothing else would be open apart from that in any of the mock test. Am I correct on my part?
No, should not be open. Otherwise, there will be a glitch.
No SparkX or nothing, and no such other link.
No, nothing.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Great.
That's what I have not given the test till now. That's the reason why I'm
No
not given
worries.
the test.
You'll be able to make it. It's you have 2 hours, more than enough.
Thank you.
Okay. No, Nilofer, for 2 days, I don't think it would be feasible to go ahead with the mock. I would request you to, get in touch with the support team, get retrained on those 2 days that you have missed the training, and then give your mocks. Because, you will be giving your mocks this week. Again, you will spend so much of time giving your mocks again the next week. I won't suggest you that. I would rather suggest you please get the retraining for the 2 days that you have missed in the next week. Talk to the support team. They'll surely respond you back. Okay. Or maybe you can join the 5:30 session and you can talk to Gaurav sir. Yes, absolutely. Those who don't have question can leave. When can we give mock test 2? Once you are done with your mock 1 and you are now free, start with your mock test 2. Okay. See, Smruti, mock 1 does not get stuck. Okay, it does not closes. You can still access that link. It's not like it will be obstructed or it will be closed. It will still be open, but the delay might result in delay of your onboarding process. That's why the reason is, the deadline has been mentioned. Actually, it enables us as a team to evaluate it in a particular manner. Otherwise, what happens, there are other batches also, they are sending their mocks and it all gets, mixed up. So it's better to, adhere to your deadlines. Sorry. Sorry. No, in Willow platform, we cannot share PPT slides, Maisha. No, we cannot share the PPTs. Yes, Monica, your issue has already been raised.
Okay, ma'am. I just
missed only 1 day. Yes, you had missed only 1 day. I've already mentioned it to the training team. In this case, you can give your mocks. I'll see what can be done.
Yeah, I have watched the recorded video actually, and I'm giving the mocks. So I just want to know about it first. Okay,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay, great. Okay, then thank you, teachers. You all can exit, and I'll also close the session. Maisha, you open it on the other Google tab and you toggle between the windows. Alt tab, you have alt tab, you switch between the windows, right? Okay, so I'll close the session. Thank you. All the best for your mocks, and try to attend the week 2 trainings as well. They are equally important. Okay, thank you so much. Goodbye.